Ladies and gentlemen, and friends, the Baltimore Ravens.
Johnny Unitas needs 17 more to break Kittle's record as the all-time passer in the National Football League.
You all know that Lamar Jackson has serious star power. The Ravens have the best record in the league. He has a top selling.
Zappi. Oh, big foul touchdown. My goodness. Michael Pierce.
The Baltimore Ravens select Lamar Jackson.
Wow. This is the instincts. The God-given gives the awareness to go beat him to the punt.
Well, welcome. Black Wing Playbook is here. And yes, Lord, there they are. The Baltimore Ravens new uniform unveil today, right now. And what do we think? What are we thinking? How are we feeling? Coach, you just seen them. I'm sure you was looking at your phone.
Yeah.
The all black with the matte black helmet. Oh my.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
What are we thinking? Talk to us in the chat. How we feeling about it? Are we raving in Raven country right now? What's the thoughts? That is so the one in the middle kind of looks like traditional Raven. The one Roquan has on. That looks like traditional Raven. Purple jersey, white pants. I can't really see if anything changed. The one Derrick Henry has on is slightly different. That gives me like Oregon vibes, right? With the collar, you see the collar?
Yep, and then the numbers change. The numbers change too.
Yeah, you see like the feathers on the collar with the Oregon vibe. Looks like we got some new purple pants. The one Zay Flowers has on looks like the usual purple rosin, right? Or no, that's a purple helmet with the old Ravens logo on it.
Oh, hey, on the shoulders they got the shields. Like they got the purple one got the gold shield.
Is that a different purple? Is that the purple rosin or?
It looks like they're purple rosin. It looks like it.
They finally listened to the fans. The all black one looked like the Ravens practice jerseys that the fans have been asking for years, with the purple around the sleeve here.
Hey, we didn't pay attention. The black one has the black matte logo with the red eyes.
Let me see if I can find it so we can post it up here. Let's see. They posted another video. Did the video?
Yeah, let's watch the video. Let's watch the video.
Let's do the video. All right, here we go. Let's do the video. Our media team is crazy.
Hey, I'm believing. Hey, I think they hired like a hacker or something as our media guy. He's he or she is too talented.
Definitely not the same old.
Yeah, they are too talented. Like my goodness.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah. Right here. Look, you see the shield?
Oh, the matte black. Give us a matte black helmet.
Yeah.
Hey, the numbers.
So
that's not purple rosin.
Yeah, purple rosin still there.
Oh my!
You see that? The black. Hey, so the matte black logo with the red eyes, bro. It's crazy.
I see it. Okay, we got the Oregon feathers around the neck. Oh my goodness! Oh, that helmet is hard.
That's crazy.
Yo. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Lamar.
Crazy.
Yo, I need that. Oh. Yo, listen, I don't get excited for a lot of stuff. I'm really normally, reserved. That was crazy.
Yeah, they outdid themselves, bro.
Ah, man, shout out to Cordell Woodland. I know y'all like, where the rest of the gang at? Cordell is still on the radio at 105.7 The Fan. Make sure y'all check him out over there. Once he's done, hopefully he's going to come over here and join us. We're going to have DMV coming on the show. He's a big part of Black Wing Playbook. You just don't see him, but he works incredibly hard behind the scenes. And Michael Pierce as well should be joining us. Just waiting for a response. We started a little later today because we wanted to kind of start at the same time as the release. But goodness gracious, I need y'all thoughts, Ravens fans. What are we feeling? How are we feeling about the new uniform unveil? That was incredible. We're gonna have to bring that video back at some point again.
Yeah,
because that was hard.
Yeah, because there's some intricate details that we didn't even go over yet. Like there's so much details we haven't even thought about.
Yeah, I just need to stare at them. I need them right in my hand so I can just look at them. Yo, no one does it better than Baltimore, man. Look at this crowd for uniform release. This is like a draft crowd. It's like a crowd you see in the NFL draft.
That's the draft, bro. That's the NFL draft right there.
Coach, I said, listen, understand what this and that. You can't get excited about the Ravens right now, but you need to go compete. And the reason I said this is because you got new coaching staff, new uniforms for the first time in ever, right? Since they've been forced to change the logo from in 96 to what we saw the past 25 years. New uniform, new coaching staff, really exciting coaching staff, by the way. And we got the draft next week. So you're going to have a new crop of Ravens coming in just as these new uniforms are unveiled.
It's crazy.
Man. Hey, Devin said we getting – hey, don't lie, though. Sadiq will look hard in that all black.
Yeah, that all black is crazy. That all black.
Listen, who makes the NFL uniforms? Nike. Who is an alumni of Oregon who makes Oregon's uniform? Nike. Who plays for Oregon? Sadiq. Hey, he already used to wearing that Nike drip, man. Bring him on over to the Ravens. Put that 18 on him and that all black. And listen, he gonna look good in that. But any of our first round picks, no matter who it is, will look good in the all black. Whether it be Vega, whether it be Sadiq, whether it be Mekhi Lemon, Jordan Tyson, Denzel Boston, whoever, or if maybe we trade it to the Giants and we get Dexter Lawrence. Oh, y'all ain't hear nothing from me. But listen, be excited, Raven fan. Be excited. Be excited. Be excited. Let's do it, man. Hey, shout out the Engravens watching the show. Thank you, sir. Hey, Engraven, you want Vega? Let's go, Vega.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Listen, I'm not really a big Vega guy, but I've said this before. Vega's a great player. He's a really good player. I think he's a little overhyped. I think some of the stuff you're hearing about him is a little not correct. He's not the greatest guard since Quentin Nelson. He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer right now. Maybe he will be at some point, but he's not right now. And he has some flaws that I think don't match what the Ravens do best, right? What those flaws are is he's not really great in space. He's not a great puller. He's not a guy that's great in space. And we do a lot of pulling with our inside guys. And you got to be able to get out in front of Derrick Henry. I really got tired of watching Derrick Henry running into the back of some of our players the last couple of years. It really bothered me. And then you add that on the top that he's more of a pass blocker than a run blocker, and we're a run first team. But I'm sure Leffert can make it work, and he'll be great. But if it's Vega or if it's Sadiq, I need Ravens fans to embrace whoever it is. If it's Sadiq and you didn't want Sadiq, that's fine. But the minute he out there catching touchdowns and running people over and stiff-arming people and looking great in the uniform, we're going to cheer him on because he's a Raven, right? And at the end of the day, we're Ravens fans, and that's what it's all about. Let's go. LFG, man. Let's go. I think, no matter what our differences is as far as we may differ on the details. This is what I always say, Coach. As Ravens fans, we differ on who we want in the draft, who we think should be the focal point of the offense, who should be, the primary receiver. We disagree on those things, but the one thing we all agree on is that we want to win a Super Bowl and we want to be at that parade in downtown Baltimore as we raise a third Lombardi trophy. I think we all agree on that.
Absolutely. Look, I want the dynasty. Everybody else got their chance to be a dynasty. I want that.
Big fact.
I want the dynasty. Can we get our own little dynasty? I just want, in a 5-year period, the Ravens win 3 Lombardis. I just want a little bit of that. That's
Bro, we've had to be the mortal enemy of 2 different dynasties in the Ravens history. We had to deal 3 actually, because the Patriots had 2 of them. The Patriots had 2 concurrent dynasties run back to back, and we were the mortal enemy of that team. We stopped them from having more Super Bowls than they probably should have, right? Because we stopped them in the AFC Championship game one year. We stopped them in the divisional round one year. We knocked them out of the playoffs a couple times. We were the mortal enemy of that team, right? Kansas City, we have not quite been the mortal enemy of them yet, but I think under Jesse Minter, we will be much more equipped to beat the Chiefs, because I felt like where the Ravens lost to the Chiefs, we're always on defense. I feel like we could always move the ball on them. Lamar has had some decent games against them. Where we couldn't beat them, where we couldn't get off the field, right? On critical downs, 3rd down, 4th and short. We couldn't get off the field.
That Tyreek play killed me, man.
Yeah, and it's like, yes, we held them to 17 points in the AFC Championship game, but they converted on critical downs in the game that won the game. It wasn't just the score. It was they converted that 4th down late in the game to Valdez-Scantling, right? They converted that the big play to Kelsey when we had them stop. It's like when they needed it, they can get it every single time. And I think Jesse Minter kind of evens up the playing field. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited, and I just cannot wait.
So with the purple rising, they took the old logo off and put the new logo on it. So that's one of the big changes.
Yeah.
And I can't believe these uniforms.
So Raven says whoever they draft, we rocking with. I absolutely agree. What are the odds that Chris Bell or Caleb Banks are there at 45? We'll get to that in a second. We should have had one in 2011. I agree 100%. Speedy Jonah, Byron, Facts. What's up, Matt and Coach? What's up, Engraven in chat? The video is fire. Yes. Man, bro, that video. Oh my gosh,
bro. Hey, whoever our media personnel is, they need a raise, bro. They need a raise. Like I don't care what they're paying them right now. They need to get a raise, because my goodness, like the Ravens media team has been laying the foundation for what a media team should look like. Because my goodness, those videos and stuff are on point. Like, man,
I want to get some fans on the show. So I want some fans. We want to add some media. This is a party, bro. This is a lot to be celebrated. So I'm going to add some fans. So if you get a message from me, answer it. Please come join us for a little bit.
Yeah.
Michael should be here. Cordell will be here. We got DMV. He just popped in. I think he's trying to get his mic and everything set up. But yo, we want to hear from you, the fans. We want your questions. We want your thoughts. We want your excitement. This is an interactive show. We support all Ravens media out there. So we support Engraven Video. We support what's his name? Cole Jackson, and I don't even want to name names because I feel like I'm gonna forget some people. But the Ravens Collective, shout out to those guys. Shout out to Sarah and Bobby. I mean, we support everybody, and we hope that people support us as well, because it's all about the Ravens, right? It's all about the black and purple, and at the end of the day, we all care about the black and purple. That's all that matters, right? That's all it matters is like we care about the team and we want to win. I can't believe it. DMV, thoughts?
Yeah. Can y'all mic check? Y'all hear it?
Yep, mic check. We can hear you loud.
We got you, brother. We got you.
Hey, what's popping? What's popping? Yo, the flock, man. This entire offseason has been nothing but change, and it's been nothing but change for the better. I think that these uniforms are a representation of this entire offseason, where every single week we have been moving up and up and up. New coaching staff, new regime, new look, and then 7 days from now, we will have a brand new potential first round pick on the team. Could also be Dexter Lawrence. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited, man. It's awesome.
All right, so let me ask you, which uniform is your favorite?
Um, Let me look at it again because I think I saw one that was I like I like the detail that they put into the white because you have the white uniform, right? Kind of has like a white silverish kind of look, but then you can see like the outlining of the purple wings, like right there on the
Mm.
neck. I think that that right there just has such a clean look to it. I mean, obviously the other ones are classics, but I think that that one stands out the most to me because you can really see the details and everything with that one. But that black helmet, yo, that all black helmet is tough.
Tough, boy. Oh my lord. They finally gave us a matte black helmet. I didn't think they would do it. Shout out to Jordan. What's up, man? We got Draft Nerds, Black Wing, Pack collaboration. What's up, man?
Looking like I'm dressed up for obvious.
Yeah, man. I know you might be still in the
event
office
this
because your
season.
internet a little groggy. You must be still in the office. What do you
Oh
think,
yeah,
man?
I am. I mean, they're fun. They're different, and by that I mean I'm colorblind, so they look very similar to me. But I like how the collars look. The collars actually show the wings. That's kind of cool.
That is hard.
I'm vibing though. The black helmet will be dope.
What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts? So I need to hear from everybody. I'm gonna go through these comments in a second. Hold on one second.
I'll pull up better Wi-Fi real quick.
All right, Michael Pierce said he'll be on in 10 minutes. Give him a second. He was finishing up a call. I'm gonna share the uniform again. That's hard. My man said that's hard. What about this? Ooh wee.
And see, that's the stuff I know they were listening to the fans.
That's hard.
Because the fans was talking about little details like this. It's like, hey, look, you know we think the new logo look better on this because it has the gold gold stripes on the outside. And then this right here is just great. This right here is overboard. This right here,
they gave us an all black helmet with the faded in the gray and black faded into the helmet with the red eyes. That's hard. That is hard. Yes, let's get to some of these comments, man. So we left off. Engraven says whoever they draft, we rocking with. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Byron says that video is fire.
Yeah.
Devin says it was the coaching, effing breaking, dancing in the locker room after the divisional game. Shake my head mentality was screwed from there. I agree. I said something when they won that divisional game and they were celebrating Harbaugh dancing like they just won the AFC Championship game. I was like, nah, man, that's the wrong approach. Yes, you're supposed to be excited, but at the same time, I like the Kobe mindset. Job's not done. Why we happy? Why we celebrating? And I wish we had a leader in the locker room that could stand up and say that and say, job's not done. We'll be celebrating. Did y'all work hard on the offseason, lift all them weights, train so hard so that you can win a divisional game? Or was our goal the Super Bowl? Because last time I checked, I thought our goal was a Super Bowl and we haven't reached it yet. Right? So that was always my thought. And maybe that's the coach in me, maybe that's the former player in me. But I just feel like job's not done yet. All right, then we got at Bung, let's go Flock. Nation World 403 media team is fire. Yes, they are. They best in the league. Hey, what that man say? Best in the nation. I'm the best in the nation. The Ravens media is the best in the NFL, hands down.
Yeah,
the Ravens did a live event for a uniform review, and the other teams just posted uniforms without any hype. Goes to show that we are the highest birds. Next flight, let's go.
Pigeons don't fly with eagles, baby.
No, they don't. That all black helmet is tough. These are heat, Magic Man. Byron says M&T Maryland style logo on the purple uniform are all gold. Ravens took my money and I haven't even paid yet. Listen, bro, I'm not even a huge jersey guy. Well, I'm getting all of them. I need one in every color, and I'm getting a different player in each one. Jordan, your internet has cleared up. You look so much better. Draft G is here. What do you think?
He is risen, but yeah. So I'm colorblind, so I can't see it as much as most people, but I love the collars. Like the collar, especially in the white. I think
that's the collar, that Oregon collar.
Yeah, it literally looks like they're like wings, like little feathers coming out.
Reminds me of the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah. And I'm finally glad to be moving away from UW Husky jerseys. So that's the one thing I want to move off of. But yeah, I really like this is the first time I've ever like looked at new jerseys and really wanted the white. Like I don't think I've ever like gone to myself like I want the white jersey, and then this is the time. Like it looks awesome.
How do we feel about the purple jersey here with Roquan with the white number, like the white numbers and how big, like how it just looks different, right?
Yeah.
DMV, thoughts?
I mean, listen, you know, my boy Versace Rowe, he's out there making the jersey look good, man. I mean, the entire set here is fire to me. The all purple right there. Is that? I guess that's going to be our purple rising. I think that's got like a little bit of a tweak to it. But,
yeah, one of them got the all gold shield on it.
Bro, I can't get past that all black helmet. That helmet is tough. That helmet is tough.
That's hard.
That right there that's that one. That's that one. That's that one. I ain't gonna hold you. We should never lose a game putting them on.
Never.
There's something about when you put that gear on and you just, you looking drippy. You know, look good, feel good, play good, man. So
absolutely, man. Those uniforms are tough. The Ravens have always, to me, had like one of the better uniforms in the NFL in general. I just think it got better, though. I think it got better. And listen, the players, their reactions, they weren't wrong. I was one. I'm like, they really glazed in this. This better be nice, and it really is. They tweaked the purple risings. Are these going to be purple risings, or is this a regular rotation uniform now that they tweaked? Because they changed the bird on the side of the purple rising helmet, kept the face mask the same, and the helmet's pretty much the same. They just changed the logo of the bird on the side.
I'm happy they did that, to be honest. Like I always wanted the purple helmets with the regular logo.
Yeah,
so they got.
I bought that helmet. I bought the original purple rising. I'm looking right at it with the other logo, and I'm gonna be upset they changed it. But you know what? I keep it because it makes me feel special. Like I got the one.
You got the
other one. You know, I got the one of one. So
yeah, I mean, you got the OG, you got the original.
First
something like the original,
right? Oh, they said they are calling it the purple rising uniform.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, look, all I know is, like I said, that black helmet, that's the type of helmet that you would buy that helmet, you case it, you put that right there when you watching them games. When you watching Lamar Jackson, you know, he's Houdini. That right there.
He's Houdini.
Oh, he broke his ankles.
That's tough.
Got an entourage.
Oh, they got the full lineup. Fellas, have we seen the full lineup yet? Check the full lineup out. Woo!
Okay.
They got Trey in there. Oh, Trey looked crazy with the all black. Lamar in the all purple. We got the white and purple, white jersey, purple pants. Black jerseys, purple pants with the black helmet. They got the all white with the rising helmet. You see Roquan with the all white and the rising helmet? All purple with the black helmet.
Yeah, it's
the white jersey. Yeah, that's crazy. Look at Trey.
So inspirational.
So inspirational. Look at Trey. He a Raven. That's hard. All right. Scale of 1 to 10, y'all. What we give it? 10 being great, 1 being trash. I think I already know the answer, but let me just see where you guys rank it. Jordan, you go first.
I'm gonna go a 9, man. Like I said, I'm colorblind, so it's for everybody else in the world, it probably looks really cool.
What do you think, Coach?
All the way 10. Let me get that 10, baby. My goodness. My goodness.
DMV. We might have stepped away. DMV, where you at? Give me in the chat what y'all think. Scale of 1 to 10. Where we rank it? They said Trey at the event in the All Blacks. Crazy. At the event in the All Blacks. Sheesh.
We missed. God dang. And then like the other details with the uniform, like the whites got black outline on the numbers.
Yeah, that's tough. Hey,
golly.
Not only would Kenyon Sadiq make a great first round pick as a player, he'd be a great Raven model. He'd be a great Raven model. Just let him model all the uniforms.
And we're not even looking. We can't even see the pants. We can't even see the pants.
There he is, Big Mike. Uniform, man. Unveil. Have you gotten a chance to see him yet?
All
right, let me.
I'm not big into uniforms though. I ain't gonna be overly impressed.
You don't feel them?
I don't be tripping on uniforms, bro.
Oh, you don't care? You just give me a helmet and let me go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Give me a helmet and let me go. I don't care what I'm wearing. It's gonna be ugly by the time the game over.
As long as it don't look bad.
Yeah, right. Hey, were you on the team when we had the mustard pants?
Hell no.
Oh, thank God.
Heard of that? Look bad.
Bro, I can't imagine you with mustard pants on, bro. That would have been crazy. You'd have had to sit that one out.
I would have killed this pants. I would have killed to see the live reaction video of them showing play as the mustard pants, but like the real one before the media told them what to do.
Here's the video, Mike. I don't know if you've seen it, but here's the video release.
You have some award-winning special effects.
All I see is me when I compete. Watch their reactions. I ain't even buzz. I don't care about no distraction. Cause I had the satisfaction. I credit to myself. I had a friendly interaction. 1v1 is me. Last one standing, I still on my feet.
So we're not wearing regular uniforms no more?
These are the new regular uniforms.
These are the new uniforms.
Okay.
Hey Mike, you want to go? Hey Mike, you want to go ahead and come out of? You know what I'm saying?
That helmet.
I don't give a fuck about no uniform, bro. Not that
bad. He said they gonna put them on anyway. We're gonna put them to start the anywhere.
Hey man, I'm a CrossFit athlete as of this week, so I'm cool. That's the only thing I got going on. That ain't bad though. That's nice. That's good.
That matte black is fire though. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that matte black is gonna be crazy. Especially
that matte black crazy.
I'm trying to tell you that's the jersey that's gonna sell out first, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
I collect the mini helmets, so I hope they come in mini helmets, the black helmets. If they don't, I'm gonna be mad.
That black helmet is something I think Ravens fans have been wanting for a long time. Is the matte black helmets, and I think that you grab that's fire, right? You get the matte black, and then you got the purple, and then you got the white. My favorite thing I think is the wings on the collar. That's probably my favorite feature of the uniform. So there's been there's another photo right here of the matte black helmet. There you go. I like that. I like that a lot right there. That is clean. So I wonder. So question: you know how they wore the all black like maybe twice a season? Do we think that continues where it's like it's a uniform they only wear twice a year, or do you think this is like a thing they'll wear consistently throughout the year? And like which ones do y'all think will be the primary home uniforms and the primary away uniform? Does it stay the same? Whereas the whites were, I think, away uniforms, and I think the purple jersey with the white pants were the home uniforms. What do we think?
I think they stay the same ultimately. I think like these are brought out for the occasions, right? Like you're playing the Steelers, you're playing the Chiefs, you're playing the Bills. Like let's bring them out. Let's show what we are. I think they're gonna be like these are the ones like from a marketing aspect of like growing up and working in marketing my whole life. These are the ones that fans are gonna be waiting for them to wear in the first place. So you want to make sure it's hype when they start it.
Absolutely. I think these are tough. I kind of agree with you though. I think they're gonna have it typical how the way they always do it. You only bring the all blacks out for certain games, big games. Steelers on prime time, Bengals on prime time.
I'm about to say this that Sunday night football right there. That's that Sunday night at the bank, all black.
Waiting all day for Sunday night.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You wearing your black Air Force Ones coming into the building. It's time to get to it. It's time to get to work. We ain't here to be friendly.
Posted from the event. This is via Jameson Hensley. I think this is Justice Hill with the all white. That's nice. I'll post this one.
Justice Hill.
Jameson posted a lot of stuff in the event. I'm just go through Jameson.
Man, who would ever thought the day we drafted Justice Hill would be the
Trey Henderson at the event with the all black?
Look who that is, number 91.
Trey Henderson. Who's that? Who's 24?
Malcolm Starks.
Oh, right. I can forget he got 24.
And
I seen him. I said, I was like, MP back.
I'll always know the number.
We got MP back.
Hey, they got Tez on the stage.
Yeah, Tez.
Let's go. Hey, I'm saying, you know, they tell everybody, they telling us, look out for Tez.
Oh, that was Suggs. Was he Suggs? He dapped up. Suggs was the one that dapped up Trey. You know, Suggs and always put his bid in. He probably said, I need one of each.
Hey, Suggs said, he said, hey, Trey, you know you need to carry the torch now, right?
Man, my man Suggs just slimmed down. Almost didn't recognize him. Man, good work. Again, man, it's just like, how can you not be excited for what the Ravens got going on? Here's the official unveil.
Here is your first look at the new Ravens uniforms. The next flight starts now.
I guess this is their reaction.
Who'd ever thought we'd see the day, man, when we drafted Justice Hill on draft night, they'd be debuting jerseys. Love it.
I bet being in there when that Raven started flying, they probably got a little nervous. Like, yo, they flying right at
Me. that club against the best. Listen, I just win again, then win again like Wimbledon, I serve. Yeah, that's him again, the sound, the engine, and it's like it burn. I got 20 inside my DNA. I got dunk, I got people that rock inside my DNA.
Hey, now they just gotta go win, right? They look good. You know they say you look good, play good, you know, look good, feel good, play good. Like Green ain't that 45, huh? Terrell said,
We could have got somebody besides
Hey man, we got love for Pete, you know?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's up.
Is that Jamal? Yeah, that's Jamal up there. Matt Stover, Jamal Lewis.
Yo, that place is packed out.
Bro, when's the last time y'all seen a crowd like this for a uniform?
It's packed out in there.
NFL draft, like, that's why I said what I said the other day. Like, if you can't be excited for this team this year, I just don't know, you know, maybe you just need to kind of get yourself together because they've given you everything you want. You got a new coaching staff. You got new uniforms. They made upgrades to the stadium. You got a draft next week where you're getting new guys coming in, breath of fresh air, right? So it's important, man. I wanted to see this clip because I read the quote. Jesse Minner.
What this organization is built on. And we think about football and how football should be played in a very similar way. However, there's a time for change, and there's a time for a new age, and there's a time for a new way to do things. And so I say that because the love and admiration I have for all the greats, man, it's at an unbelievable level. But tell our players, like, you put on that helmet, it doesn't guarantee you anything. It's about how we operate and how we work. And what the work that we put in allows us to play like a Raven, not just because we put the uniform on. So we love and honor and respect all those before. Was telling the team today, 30 years, 2 Super Bowls, 8 division titles, 16 playoff appearances, but it's our time now. It's our time now.
I like it. You pay respect to the past, but you gotta let the players understand it's time to create something new. All right, this is Jesse Minner to Peter Schrager on what's it going to take to get the Ravens over the hump.
The third Lombardi Trophy to this city. That's obviously like every second that we're in the building, every second that we're awake, every second that we're doing this, that's what we're doing it for. And they understand that. We want to create a team that is at our best when our best is required. And to me, you don't just show up in the fourth quarter in a big moment and think that you got to do something that you haven't been doing all along. And so we're going to attack people. We're going to get in those moments, and it's just going to be who we are. We're going to win games in the fourth quarter. We're going to close people out. We're going to
All right, now they're gassing us up. Don't get me excited.
He's all right now. They're gassing us up. They definitely gassing.
Work to do that. And every day that we're together, we talk about that. That's our main objective is to be the best team on Sundays, Thursdays, whatever day of the week it is, and play a dominant brand of football for 4 quarters.
Bro, that's funny. Declan Doyle on relationship with Lamar Jackson.
I've really enjoyed getting to know Lamar. I think that obviously any relationship takes a long stretch of time to develop trust, but thus far I've been around him for 2 weeks, and I think he's really excited. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to keep working with him.
Let's go.
Okay.
I've really enjoyed getting to know Lamar.
Has become a fast brother to Eric Oz and the rest of the staff there. Jess was just fantastic through the interview process. As you all have seen probably a lot of the clips, you start with the person. Just a great person, someone that you're going to want to work with, extremely high EQ, but the passion and understanding of the game, the ability to communicate and teach was just off the charts. We had obviously had him in our building, so we're familiar with him as well. I'm really excited about all the winning we're going to do under his leadership.
All right. So we got to see some of the clips, got to hear from the head coach, got to see the uniform. Let's talk. Jordan, coach, we got Mike here. Oh, Mike, you couldn't hear the audio? He said, am I the only one? Coach, could you hear the audio?
I heard it once I switched to the app.
Yeah.
I had to switch to the app.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Oh, okay. Maybe
I left out and had to switch out because
maybe it was just my computer then.
Yeah, but I mean, basically, essentially, Jesse Minter hyping the crowd up, right? You know, playing to the crowd. Hey, look, this is what we're. But he didn't say anything different than what he's been saying all along. I think what it is that now the crowd get to hear it from him straight up, and he's there, and then the magnitude of the excitement in the room. So it's a lot to be excited about. Like, make no bones about it. It's a lot to be excited about. So like, what's next, right? Like, the draft is right around the corner. There's so much to talk about when it comes to the Ravens. We just had the Liars Luncheon. We had to school Mike on the Liars Luncheon, y'all. He's like, what's the Liars Luncheon? You know, like, players be so disconnected from that stuff. They like, look, man, I'm in my off-season program. I'm working out. I'm getting ready. I'm rehabbing. Them folks do what them folks do during the off-season. And I'll see you at minicamp, training camp, whatever it is, when we chose to meet up at the team. But we all know the Lions Luncheon it's been nicknamed that because it's a presser in which it's a pre-draft presser in which basically they lie to you. They tell you the opposite of what they're going to do. But what do you expect them to do, right? Like, you think they're going to come in here and lay out all their draft plans right in front of everybody and tell you, yeah, we're going to take this player at 14 and we're going to take this player and, you know, we're going to do this and this is what we're looking for. Like, no, they're not going to do that, right? I think obviously we all know that there's a lot of truth in the things they don't say. I always tell Ravens fans, listen to more of what they don't say versus what they do say, right? They try to stay away from things that are going to give up their blow their spot, so to speak, right? They try to, like, if EDC's asked a question that's too close to where they're going and they want to take you off the scent, he'll be very short. Oh yeah, you know, he's a good player. He cool. You know what I'm saying? He cool. Like, he all right. You know, we seen him. We saw the tape. We think he's a good player. He's very generic in his response. What he'll do is try to stay away or just be real short with the different stuff that they really want to do. Byron says 2 truths, 1 lie type of presser. That's for sure. But EDC is crafty too. I think sometimes he'll tell you the truth because he know we're expecting him to lie. So maybe he did tell some truth in there. Some big takeaways though, Coach, just from the presser, from what you saw, from the uniform unveil, the draft next week, just your overall thoughts right now on the team in general.
The thing that I was happy about him admitting, right, is that there were players that they were eyeing and teams would come up and trade for that particular trade to get in front of them and take that particular player. Like, we've seen it a few times in some drafts in the past. And I was happy that he kind of, broke down that process because we as fans, we were drawn to that conclusion. Mm-hmm. But EDC saying it himself, saying, hey, look, you're staring at your board and, the guys that you like are still right there for the taking. And then 2 picks before, it's your turn, here it is, somebody jumps up the board and takes a guy, and then now you got to pivot. And he said, if you don't, stack your board properly, all the guys that you want may be gone. So now it's like, hey, look, I find myself in a predicament to where I have to take something, whether it's best player available, or in some cases, it may be somebody that you didn't think that would be there, and they fall in your lap, i.e. Kyle Hamilton, fall into the Ravens' lap. Matter of fact, when we did our draft, our pre-draft shows, nobody even mentioned Kyle Hamilton whatsoever. Like we was like, no, we don't even want to talk about it. But then, lo and behold, because of how it shook out, we end up getting a player like that. So
yeah. Mike, I don't know if you saw the presser. I'm sure you probably didn't. But do you think? What are your thoughts about now? The draft is next week. Do you have a gut feeling of where they might go, or do you have an opinion on where you think they should go with that first pick? And did you see that your boy Dexter Lawrence has requested a trade?
Yeah. I saw Dexter Lawrence requested a trade. I know. Again, we got too many nose guards on our roster. Unless we're gonna trade Travis, we just don't. We can't do it. I would love to see it.
I know, man.
My favorite nose guard. So
that's your boy. Oh,
Trav. So now Holmes special. I know he had a down year, but no, he's special, man. So
is he truly? So is he just a two gapper like nose tackle, or is he? Can he play a little 3 tech? Can he play 1 through 5?
No.
3 through 5.
I mean, bro, Holmes had 9 sacks from the nose.
Right.
You don't need to play 3 technique. You don't need to play 5 technique. You don't need to do nothing else.
Just put him there.
Now Holmes, I think he averaged probably like 4 or 5 for his career per season, but he had a 9 sack season. So anytime you do that, bro, you just leave them folks where they at.
Yeah.
But now for us, like I said, I'm still gonna stick with my guns. If they do decide to kick that tackle down from Utah, but I love my boy at Penn State, number 71. I forget his name at the moment. But like I said, we don't need to end up on you need new security. So
you need new security.
I'm
you still down with the guard?
Player. Yep. I'm rolling with the guard player.
So Vega?
Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna make a lot of Ravens fans excited who like Vega and feel like because it's a lot of Ravens fans who want Vega. A lot of Ravens fans who want Vega. And I can't blame him. He's a really good guard, he's a really good player. I just think this class is so deep at that position that I think they could wait. That's just always been my stance on it. I think they could get someone that'll be in the 2nd, 3rd round, that'll give them really, really good play, and I think will go a long way and to be able to build the team out. I think they need to add another weapon on the offense in the 1st round. DMV, what are your thoughts on where the Ravens should go at pick 14 now that we're a week away?
I think what's going to end up happening is one of 2 scenarios. I think that the Ravens are going to they're either going to A, trade back if they can get a day 2 pick and get a Denzel Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's number 1. B, they could always get a guard like Vega, or they could get a Kenyon Sadiq. Or C, they could just, have somebody fall like a Reuben Bain or something like that to him. So I'm going to be honest with you. I think that the Ravens, as usual in the draft, are literally in a win-win-win scenario. But I honestly think that number 1 is what's going to happen. I think that they're going to try to make a phone call, do their due diligence. Let me see if I can get an extra day 2 pick, go down a couple spots, and then end up with a Denzel Boston. And then they'll get their guard right there in that day 2. And they'll have like 3 picks with day 2.
That's kind of where I was at a little bit on it, thinking that they may get multiple options at pick 14 that they feel like they can go back and still get one of those guys and add more depth in the draft, more picks, I guess I should say. Coach, what's your thoughts on it? Now we're a week away. Do you have a gut feeling? Normally that feeling start to set in like, all right, I think this is it. This is what it's looking like, and this is where I think they're going to
go. I think the Ravens going to play it by ear, see who falls, because that's going to happen every year. Who's going to fall out of that projected top 10, and who is that particular player? Mm-hmm. Because again, like I love Vegas, right? But we also talked about, hey, look, if this a guy, I don't want to name no names, but if it's a guy we talking about, hey, look, can come in, contribute, and give us a definitive advantage, I don't think the Ravens pass that up. So I believe, Vega is the guy that's identified that we think that some of us like and whatnot. But it depends on who's falling where, because a lot of teams allude to, hey, we like a player like a Jeremiah Love. And I'm not saying the Ravens will take Jeremiah Love, but we don't know. Hey, come, draft night, teams will be like, you know what? I slept on it. We're not taking him. And if that starts to happen, how many other players are going to be viewed as that? And then again, are we in the same predicament of getting a player that we didn't think we were going to have a chance to get? So I think Vega is a strong option, but I wouldn't, write off the fact that, hey, somebody may fall to us. So.
Yeah. Welcome, JT, Draft Nerds. Welcome to the podcast. So we're just kind of discussing the Ravens draft, and I'm scrolling through the Ravens new uniforms. They posted the details in each uniform and why they went where they went. Each little thing, like for example, it says the dark helmet to be worn with all black uniforms when darkness falls at M&T Stadium. This matte black helmet features black talon stripes and a two-tone front face facing Ravens logo, accentuating the red eyes, also seen above the player tunnel at the bank. That's tough. But JT, as we are a week away from the draft, do you have a gut feeling of where the Ravens might go?
Do I have this is not what I want them to do. This is what I think.
No. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah. What do you think? Like now, like we're a week away. I want this, but my gut is telling me this.
I want a receiver. My gut says an offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I would say that. Yeah, I would say I want the receiver, but I think my gut says the offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman, you think it's Vega, or do you think it's?
I think it's Fano.
You think it's Fano?
I've thought about like a couple of things people have been saying, like, there's the movement ability of him, like in the zones scheme for this is for Vega, like not being the fit. Yeah, can he learn it? Sure, but Fano gives you the flexibility, of not having to look for tackle in the immediate future. If he can play tackle, he can give you guard right now. And if push comes to shove, like really bad, he could possibly play center just because of his ability to play out in space. And in the fifth year option, it wouldn't, if he does end up playing tackle, 3 years into his thing, and for Stanley, him getting that 50 option on the tackle money wouldn't be as bad as paying Vega, who is only a true guard, that same fifth year option. So that's
I was wondering about that as well. It's like you just lost Linderbaum because he priced himself out as an interior offensive lineman, and they don't have a tag that is only dedicated to interior offensive linemen. Are you going to take Vega in the top 15 and possibly find yourself in the same predicament 4 years from now? But again, the Ravens trying to win a championship, so I'm sure they're probably like, we'll deal with that in 4 years when we get to that point. Right now, he can give us 4 solid years of good guard play, and then we can figure out his contract later.
Yeah, that's another thing. And then other person that I think about, like in that same vein of like, if you think about like the money side of it, Sadiq also kind of fits that because tight ends are not in the receiver class. So like their 5th years is not as financially like pressing as like a receiver. I mean, look, Zay Flowers' 5th year is what, $27.7 million. So that's a lot of money. He's worth it, but it's still a lot of money regardless.
Yeah, absolutely.
And can I add on to the point I was making earlier? Just wanted to kind of throw out another little thought that came to me. The Ravens did get Carson Vincent and Emory Jones, and we picked up John Simpson. So I'm just throwing out there that we do got some very capable guys in the building. So right now we're adding on to some guys that we really didn't see much last year. So it's almost like we're getting those guys to add on to the team on top of whatever we add into this draft. And that is the reason why I kind of have the mindset of, see what the board looks like. Like Coach was saying, if somebody that's supposed to be top 10 falls out that top 10, all right, cool, let's do that. But if not, When you at 14, you looking at your options. You see that you like six prospects right there. Hey, let me get on the phone right quick. See if I can go back a couple spots. Give me an extra third or an extra second, and then we take it from there.
Yeah. Speed Jonah says the tag gonna be 50+ million in 4 years. But again, I think the Ravens will probably, if they believe he's the best player available and they really high on him, then I think they would have come to the conclusion that they don't care and they'll deal with that problem when they get there, right? But that's a lot of money. That's a huge investment for a position that's considered in the NFL non-premium, and especially in a draft that's loaded at that same position. You know what I'm saying? Like the draft is loaded at the interior offensive line position, and EDC kind of even spoke about that as well. And I'm gonna drop that video in a second. He kind of spoke about how the draft is really deep at the positions of need, and it's really deep at positions at that interior offensive line position where they feel like they could get guys in the 4th, the 5th, the 6th round, the 7th round. They feel like guys will be there. Real quick, someone in the chat brought this to my attention. The Ravens dropped the full reaction video to the uniform with the players. So let's check that out.
Ooh, excited.
I'm excited.
Holy cow. See what we got cooked up back here.
3, 2, 1, 2.
Ooh. Ooh, those are fire.
Oh yeah. Them cold right now. Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh. These are nice. Very nice.
Oh, snap.
These ones nice.
Yeah, that's sick.
Okay. Oh my God, that's clean.
Yeah, okay, that's good stuff there.
Incredible.
Those are crazy.
We're gonna look tight this year. Ooh.
Holy cow. They all look good. Dang. We need to be suiting up right now.
The helmet. That's crazy. The helmet's crazy.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh my God. Ooh. The mat. I didn't even see the mat.
Oh, I didn't even peek that with the black helmet.
Oh, I didn't even see the helmet.
You know what? I just noticed that, honestly. Yeah. That's super tough right there. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
That helmet is crazy.
When we pulling these out.
Oh, yeah, when we pulling these out.
Hey, my man said, let's get to work right now.
Man, that's going to be really special. That's going to be really cool. I think the guys will love these. I think the fans will love these.
Those helmets go crazy.
A lot of guys will be like, ooh, I wish we had something like that.
That's iced out.
Dang.
Not much like a drastic change, but it's like very subtle, which you didn't need much change.
Looks like Baltimore, kind of a new age. Yeah, we honor the past. We honor the tradition. Wow. That's amazing.
I like how they're like not too different, but like subtle differences.
We're just trying to not completely change, but we wanted to evolve and add some of the elements, that really speaks to us.
This is one of the original logos the team had back in '96. So you can see that kind of white.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It kind of inspired by that.
Yeah, that's
that
tough.
original.
It's the details. I ain't even see that.
Yeah. On this white jersey, this is the first
Look
time
at
we've
the
ever
details. Lamar used to
right
say.
Yeah.
Look at the details.
Right. It's always been
Ravens.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Lord. Look at the details.
And then you notice this iridescent purple. We're going to call it midnight purple because it changes colors. You saw that on the sleeve of the black.
What is called iridescent.
Yeah. We're going to call midnight purple.
Midnight purple.
Yeah.
I like this patch on the side. That's cool.
We went with the tonal shield, and it's got the midnight purple built in it. It's going to play really nice at night. It's going to get that reflectiveness to it. With the gold into there. But again, we made it cleaner, made it more modern.
Yeah, I like the shield on the side. Yeah, the shield is really nice.
I love these patches.
That shield is tough.
That
is.
crazy.
Is this different too? The name?
Yeah, it used to be purple.
Purple, yeah, that's what it is. I like that.
In the back, we have locker patches now.
On the back of it? You didn't even see that.
Just another little element that's gonna play well. You know, when the light is kind of just looking like that reflective quality to it.
Oh yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And then the new pants, kind of inspired by that Talon, but also that offset is the Baltimore flag.
Okay.
So it brings a little bit more of that Baltimore into the uniform.
All right, yeah, that's unique. That's unique. That's unique. I was a design major in college. So,
Were you really?
So I kind of,
yeah,
I can appreciate it.
See, I'll be on them details now. See ya on the details.
It's about the details. It's about the
right.
details.
Yes. We wear the new darkness helmet, which is locked into that uniform. And so we remove the front-facing bird from the purple. By going to side-facing, we now can wear this with our other combination.
Oh, nice. So you don't have to wear just one we got here.
Correct.
Oh,
Love that. Love that. I was wondering that.
That's hard.
Brought the play like a Raven into the collar
nice.
on the home and road here.
Nice.
Play like.
Yeah. He said play
Every
like.
time you put it on, you're gonna see that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it right here in the back. Yeah, y'all snap. Hey, that's hard. I do love that. That's a really cool detail.
Then in the black, we bring in that darkness there and nothing more line from the Raven poem from Edgar Allan Poe.
That's a good little detail.
Yeah.
Stitched into, looks good.
Come on, Jesse. I'm gonna need a little more energy out of that. I like that.
Not too much.
That's really good detail.
Jesse
Still
giving
clean,
real
but,
head coach energy.
Come
right
on,
now.
man.
You know, he a head
All
coach
the
now. He got to
details.
move different.
Just trying to
Man, let that emotion out.
add something new, but not like too much. This is perfect.
New, yet again, like
Still us.
it looks like Baltimore, looks like the Ravens.
We definitely were old school, and a great thing with this one here elevated us, like especially uniform wise.
Pushes us forward.
Yeah, pushes us forward, no doubt. Like this is pretty sweet.
I was curious as to how far we were going to go, and I'm very pleasantly surprised that we changed, but we didn't change.
Good. It was just time for a little bit of an evolution.
Yeah, it was time.
That's my favorite part is that they're not like too, because our jerseys were already really nice.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So they're not too far off.
And we're gonna be the first Ravens in these.
Yeah.
Like Ed Reed ain't wear this color.
Like Ed Reed ain't wear this color. We the first Ravens in these.
I can't wait.
Ed Reed ain't wearing this.
Nah, these clean though. Everybody gonna be excited to see these.
This is hot right here. Good work, Baltimore. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Y'all did a good job. Y'all did a good job.
All of them look crazy. Ain't gonna lie. Like, y'all did y'all thing with them.
We need to hurry up. I don't want to rush time, but, and I can't rush time, but I'm looking forward to what I need.
You talk about having the best of everything. This definitely fits right into that. Best team, best players, best owners, best organization, best uniforms.
Great job.
That's hard. All right, so we got a question in the chat. So the Ravens don't own the old bird logo? No, they do not. That original Raven bird that was in the 1996 uniform, they don't own that, which is why they haven't used that since the first 2 years, I think, or the first 2 or 3 years in their existence. But they don't own that particular bird. It's very particular. It's not the front facing. They can use the one they used on the Purple Rising last year. That's fine because that's a different bird, I guess, than the one that was on the original logo. But I like it, man. The players are genuinely excited. I'm excited for them. And like I remember we talked about this DMV and coach about when Mike McDonald, first went to Seattle. The first thing he did was he went in there and he took down all the Legion of Boom stuff off the walls, right? He said, I want all of that out of here, right? No disrespect to those guys, but we're trying to create our own thing now, right? We don't want to piggyback off of what somebody else already did. We want to create and set the tone for the next generation of what the Seahawks are going to be. He was like, you don't want to come in and work over there. You see Richard Sherman and all these guys, Cam Chancellor, that's what they did. What you gonna put on the wall, right? And it's kind of the same thing. You heard Jesse mention it in Jesse. You heard Jesse mentioned it in the interview. He was saying like, look, the past is great. We have history here. We have the players who came before put the work in. They dominated. They created the reputation that the Ravens have. But it's time for something new. It's time for the new group to put their stamp on Baltimore. That's why I love what Zay said when he said,
we're gonna be the first Ravens in these. Yeah, go make your mark in the new uniforms and say, okay, Ray and them made the old uniform popular and famous because of what the work they put in the uniform. Now we got a chance to create something new and put our work in. Do you guys have that same vibe, same feeling? DMV, JT, Coach, Mike, what's you guys' feeling on just like the new energy and how can something is I guess subtle as new uniform kind of push a team, motivate a team? I remember when Denver changed their uniform back in the late 90s from the old light blue and orange to the dark blue and orange. Remember that, Coach? And remember, they won the Super Bowl their first year in those new uniforms.
Yeah.
Right? Is that a thing? Am I tripping? Like, can uniform be something that excites the players so much that it can actually have an impact on the field?
Absolutely, because look, we all played some kind of sport in high school or junior high or whatever it may be, and we got those first pair of shoes or whatnot, and we went crazy. Or hey, certain people showed up on the court, whether it was the nice girl from the neighborhood or whatever it may be, whatever it is that motivated us, right? And we played a little bit different. And it wasn't like you had some kind of magical fluid or something like that or some magical workout. It was just, hey, look, the mentality changed because, hey, I felt like, hey, we got something. Somebody's invested in us. And I feel like, hey, look, we can't lose this opportunity. The other part to this is change brings out new things in people, right? So whether it be a new coaching staff, it be a new position coach, it can be a new installment, it can be a new play, it can be anything, right? Certain players are gonna rise to the occasion. Some players that don't even affect them. Some players that say, hey, you know what? This doesn't even bother me, right? But the fact that, hey, we got new uniforms, this made say, hey, look, that guy that was second or third on the depth chart, he now feels like, hey, look, I got a chance because all this stuff is coming in is new. So I may get opportunity to get out there on the field and show what I'm able to do. So I think, yes, it does affect players. It coaches too, because look, some coaches, hey, look, we get a chance to right our wrongs, or hey, we get a new coaching staff in here. I want to impress the new coach. That whether it be the head coach, whether it be position coach, whether it be special teams, I get a new role. I want to do the best I can in my role, right? So again, all that stuff factors in. So yes, I think that's where we are when it comes down to the entire coaching staff and the Ravens community as a whole. So,
Mike, what's your thoughts? Like, you've been on the field in the Ravens locker room. You've worn the All Blacks. You've worn the Purple Rising. Did you feel an energy when you guys received uniforms, or when you wore certain ones like the All Blacks? Did you feel like an extra bit of juice from the team? Just like, yo, we wearing the All Blacks tonight. Like, it's going to be crazy, or do you think it's just always just business as usual for the players?
Which answer you want? The fan friendly one or the real one?
No. I mean, I want the truth, but like, for example,
truth, right?
the record show you guys had a great record in the All Blacks. Is that just a coincidence?
I mean, you'd have to look at the opponent and then see. So this is the thing, right? You will normally wear those uniforms on like Sunday nights or Monday nights, to whatever the prime time game is, right? So it's not necessarily the uniform. Those games carry a lot of different significance, right?
Right.
So you play on Christmas, so like your Monday night game, Thursday night game. Like I said, especially like now that they're not playing football, you're more excited. But as the season goes on, it's cool for like 10 seconds that these uniforms look good. But at the end of the day, your job is your job. So I don't know that it's gonna spur nobody to win the Super Bowl off a damn uniform. But I think the new energy from the coaching staff can definitely do that. The new schematics that come with Jesse being the head coach and all those kind of things. And obviously every coaching staff, they have their guys and all that kind of stuff as things go on. So just having renewed opportunity for guys who may feel like they've been underutilized. I think a lot of those things can make a big difference in how things turn out for us. But just solely off a uniform, no.
Yeah.
Certainly
As soon as you take your first L in them, the shine is over. It's like, as soon as you take your first L in them, it's like, oh well.
You running up on Joe and them on a hot night in Cincinnati, you know,
Yeah.
it might not look that great. But at the same time, like I said, man, it's like I said, the renewed energy around the franchise is special. And then you also just got to think like there are a lot of guys who feel like, you know, they might not be being utilized to the best of their abilities, or you know, may be able to get some guys in that necessarily didn't have a chance with Coach Harbaugh there. So
yeah,
I think that'll definitely play a good role in, you know, us trying to propel ourselves. But I think the thing that, you know, that's lost on us as fans is, you know, our boys are trying to win the Super Bowl each and every year.
Every year.
So, you know, however it turned out, it just turned out. But I don't think the jersey is gonna do too much, but I think like I said, I think just renewed energy, a lot of different opportunities for guys who may feel like they're overlooked, and then, you know, let's turn over the roster.
Yeah,
like we did.
absolutely.
Man, that could definitely do it.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, what you're talking about is more tangible things, right? Like the coaching staff, game plans, like Coach was talking about, giving guys opportunities that didn't have opportunities before. You know, a guy who felt like, yo, I'm just as good as the starter, but the coaches from the past regime loved the starter, so I didn't necessarily get the same opportunities as the starter. Whereas though new coaches coming in, and he's seeing all of us on the same level, and now I get a chance to go and show what I can do, and hopefully be given the opportunity that I deserve. That's more tangible than the uniform. Yes, the uniform is exciting. It's just like a primetime game in Baltimore where they got the lights and they got all the big show that creates the energy in the stadium, and that is tangible because when the fans are hyped, the environment is lit, the players feed off of that. Am I right, Mike? Like the players do feed off of that, but you can't expect that to sustain you through a 17-week season. I mean, it'll be good for that night, but then you still got to come on that 1:00 p.m. game where it ain't all juice and excitement, and you still got to win those too. So definitely more tangible things. Jordan, we were talking about the energy of so much newness, how that can possibly propel a team to a championship. I mentioned kind of when Denver changed their uniforms in the late 90s from the sky blue and orange to the with the light blue and orange to the dark blue and orange, where they kind of was like significantly different than the old Broncos uniform. And they won the Super Bowl that first year with those uniforms. What's your thoughts on that? The energy of just so much newness, not just the uniform, but obviously the coaching change, the new uniform, all the stuff that's taking place with the team right now.
Yeah, I mean, so let me start off with this. Those uniforms are so fire that my building fire alarm just went off. And I have to evacuate every single person in our building when I'm not even supposed to be working right now. And yeah, we're all good. A freaking pressure valve just went off. But yeah, I mean, with the newness of the team and the newness of everything going down, it's just like too much new could be a bad thing, but when it's been stale for too long, too much new is a good thing. And it's really just we're sitting at this point in time where it's like we've lost a lot of players, which is going to be looked at as a negative thing. But to me, it's more about looking at it as a positive way to see guys that we used to have to wait on depth charts get reps and get chances. I talk about Aeneas Peebles all the time. I can't wait to see him actually get reps and be able to play more. And then along with like, we're actually, because I think people forget, like we get the new draft class coming in, but the last year's draft class, it's their year within a whole year of a system. And it's their whole year of like, okay, now this is the expectations of the NFL for me. Let's see how they adjust. And just being able to see that, new uniforms, new coaches, new everything, it's a whole new look Ravens. And it'll honestly be up to them to be the definition of what it's going to be.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to play something real quick. This is Eric DaCosta on the strengths of the draft for the team. And I kind of like queued this up earlier, so we're going to listen to this.
Some of those discussions. I think the nice thing, and in some years that would be a real problem for us. I don't see that necessarily in this draft because I think that the fertile aspect of this draft kind of adheres to our needs or what we think might be some of our needs. And so we look at it and it's like it's deep. it's good. The positions we need, we feel really strongly that we can address in the draft. That's some of those discussions.
So he kind of talks about the needs, and I've been saying this for like months, but the needs of the team fit the strengths of the draft. This was a conversation that we had, Mike, on a previous show about the Ravens trading up. Obviously, you don't think that's a good idea, and I'm with you. I just don't see a reason to trade up in this draft. So he was asked about trading up, and this was his answer.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just depends, Vinny, on the player and who that is and how highly we have him rated. So if we've got a bunch of guys kind of rated the same way, and we like one of those guys, the chances of us going up and giving up a ton to get that guy probably wouldn't be something that we do. But if we have a guy that's kind of at a different level on the board who we think really comes in right away and can impact our team, certainly we'd be aggressive in that situation, potentially move up to get that guy. Yeah, I mean, I think it just depends, Vinny, on the player.
That was like a long answer just to say, no, we're not trading up. Like, basically, that's what I took from it. JT, is that your same thoughts? Like,
yeah, I
did
mean,
you feel like, yeah, no, we're not doing it.
That's just a classic Eric DeCosta way of like saying a lot of things without saying anything too much. But yeah, I think he's basically saying like a lot of this class is very much just like in one group, and we don't have like that we always said there's not these like generational players like there usually is. Like, you got to go get Jamar Chase if you're really a receiver. You got to go get these certain players, but it very much made it seem like a lot of what they want is very similarly graded. So they would just sit at 14 and take what they wanted to take anyways with the group of players that they have graded same.
Absolutely. This one is talks about, so they asked him the question of, do you, obviously it's important for you to attack the trenches in this draft early, and do you want to be strong in the trenches and everything? And this was his response.
I want to be strong everywhere, right? And I think you can have the best offensive line and defensive line in the league, and if you can't cover, if you can't catch the ball or make plays, explosive plays, you're going to get beat, and everyone's going to be saying, "Oh, they got to fix the receivers and they need more DBs." And so, the idea would be to build a team that's strong everywhere. I think there's a great opportunity for us. We recognize the fact that we want to add some additional, talent on the offensive and defensive lines, certainly. But we've also got a bunch of other positions we have to address as well, because we lose a lot of good players every year. You see that in free agency every single year, where we lose a lot of players. We're proud of that in a way, but it also creates challenges for us every single year. And we've got to have that influx of young talent at all positions throughout.
Thoughts about that, DMV? About that particular answer, and Jordan, you can answer that one as well. What are your thoughts about his response to that? Like, yeah, they wanted to push him into it felt like the media wanted to kind of push him into confessing to drafting an offensive lineman in the first round, and he was like, nah, I want to be good everywhere, because we can build a great trenches, and then our receivers are dropping 2-point conversions in the divisional round of the playoffs, and we're saying, no, we need better receivers, right? So what do you guys think about that, Jordan? DMV, if you do.
Oh yeah, go DMV.
I mean, I think he pretty much just told us that the sun is hot and water is wet. Like, I mean, obviously, yes, you want to have a strong team everywhere. You want to make sure that, the guys that you draft and you invest in, that they, perform at the level that you expect them to. That's pretty much why you drafted them. So, I mean, once, kind of like what JT was saying, I think he had this Eric DeCosta way of pretty much telling us nothing, but making it sound good. So that way, our amazing Ravens media team can, clip it and make it, look good.
Yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to Howie talk about it the other day, like the Eagles had, and he was talking about how like the biggest mistake a team can do is looking at needs that are 1 year away or needs that are current now, and missing out on what's talented there now currently at the point you are on the board. And I think that's like an important aspect of it, is like everybody wants to talk about need. Everybody wants to be like, oh, we haven't done enough to address our trenches. But if the right elite player is there, then you got to take the right elite player. You don't focus on that, because needs tomorrow become needs today really quick. And ultimately, before that anyway, we're going to lose more players to free agency. And with that, you're going to lose more. You're going to gain more comp picks when you rather have a third comp pick if you're going to lose them anyway, if you know they're elite from the start. And hopefully we don't lose them at all if they're that good. But in all honesty, like that's just where I think about it. It's like we need to build elite players more than we need to focus on positions to make better. The more elite players we add, the better the team ends up being. And then, like, obviously you still draft for need, but there's a reason you have 11 draft picks.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's the last one. I'm going to share this one, and then we'll give our final thoughts. And it's been fun. It's a lot to be excited about. So this is the Eric Casa talking about how deep the interior of the offensive line is.
The offensive line question, you know, I think it's a deep board. And you've got guys kind of throughout first round, second round, all the way through, players that we think would be good value in the 6th and 7th rounds that hopefully could fall to us. So that's a nice thing. That's a nice position for us to be in. Last year, I don't think that the offensive line board was probably quite as robust, but it's very cyclical. And you see from year to year how the board changes. Some years you've got, you know, some positions that are really, really strong, and maybe the next couple of years not quite as strong. This year seems to be pretty good, I think, on the offensive line, interior offensive linemen. We've seen some centers in the draft. I'm sure people are interested in that. But I think there'll be many opportunities for us along the way.
All right. So, Mike, with them acknowledging that the interior O-line is deep, do you think that plays a part in what they do at 14, or if that guy, if the guy's there that we all know has been talked about is there, do they just take him and say, you know, the hell with those other guys, we're just taking this guy?
So if Trent Williams fell in his draft to 14 or when at that point, would the Ravens draft him? So, so this is my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did ED say? He said they got value, right?
Yeah.
Value doesn't equal a starter. Value does not always protect number 8, right? So
right.
When you look at value, you might see like a guy like who might slip to the 5th, 6th round. You know, there'll be some outliers that somebody may just bust through and start, right? But normally you think about guys probably like myself who was, you know, borderline free agent guys who can come in and give your main guys spell. Versus, like I said, it's very rare that you draft a day one starter in the 4th, 5th, 6th round, 7th round, right? Yeah. So if you have an exceptional player at that particular position sitting in front of you, I, especially just seeing how things went last year, I just don't get. I don't know why we would do that, but like I said, I mean, they pay him a ton of money, so you know he would know better than me. But no, man, I definitely understand value, and like you need those swing guys. You need guys who can come in, and you know injuries do happen. Like Jordan said, today's needs may not be the same. You know, people get injured. Right, cool. So value is great. Like I said, you can always, like I said, if there's somebody that just. So I'm trying to think like who on earth could we like just say, oh, if Caleb Downs fell to 14, we can't take Caleb Downs. We got Starks back there. We got
Hamilton,
Kyle Hamilton back there.
Yeah.
We can't take the boy. We just can't.
Right.
I mean that would not be smart. So just because they have value don't mean, you know, if we got an elite guard sitting in front of us, we just pass them up because we might be able to get somebody in the 2nd, 3rd round. Now, if you want an okay starter, you know, cool. No, you know what I mean? But at the same time, if you're going to get an exceptional guy and you pass on him because we can get somebody who'll be okay in the 3rd round, it only take one okay for somebody to get hurt. And like I said, when I first came there, Terrell Suggs said, stay away from Joe Flacco. You don't play with the church's money. Lamar Jackson got all the church's money. And he up for another one. So if my man ain't happy, we don't need to play with that fire. But that's just my perspective, bro.
No, that's a great perspective. Like, okay, you could probably get value, but at the same time, if the best player at the position is there, then you take the best player at the position. But okay, so then Jordan, what is a bigger need, guard or center? Because that is the big question, and probably having it in the locker room is that they did sign John Simpson. They did draft Emory Jones last year. Yes, he's a 3rd round pick, but I think had he not been injured, he probably would have gotten drafted a little higher than he did. You have no center on the team at all right now. Like you like no like actual playable center on the team right now, like starting wise, what position do you think is a bigger need? Oh, you on mute, by the way.
My bad.
There you
So I think that center is most definitely the bigger need, but the issue becomes that there's more elite, top tier elite talents at guard. Like there's not a center in this draft, unless you really want to move Fano over to center, that is worth taking in the first round in this year's class alone.
Right.
And so it's kind of just about having to play out your value in terms of how you see the board falling. Because in all honesty, like I think we're going to see a draft where once the first center goes, they all start going in a row. It's going to be like ducks in a row. And it's going to be like all four of the top centers will be grouped together. They'll all be within 10 picks, in my opinion. And it'll be just really interesting to like see how that rise goes. And like if we are the one to pull the trigger first, or if we're the one who has to react off the gun being pulled.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I guess it kind of goes back to what I think Mentor said earlier. Is like you want to put the best five out there, right? Regardless of how it looked. Like you want the best five starting offensive linemen, right? We know Stanley's going to be one. We know Rosengard is going to be another. And outside of those two, the three in the middle are up for grabs, right? Like left guard is up for grabs, center is up for grabs, and right guard is up for grabs. I guess left guard isn't really up for grabs because they paid John Simpson to start, so I think he's going to start. So maybe center and right guard are definitely up for grabs. So you want to get the best five on the field that you can possibly get. So that's a great point. JT, your thoughts on that? What position do you think is more value? I mean, like more important for the team? Do you think the Ravens have two startable guards already on the team right now, or do you think that's something that needs to be addressed early?
I agree, Jordan. I think it's still center. I do think that interior line is close. I respect and I love that they brought Simpson back. Obviously, like what we talked about them signing him 12 minutes into the league tampering period. Like they sought after him. That was the guard that they wanted. I don't know if he's my most favorite or the favorite guard we've had in the past couple of years. Just because like technique wise, I've seen Simpson struggle. I've seen him be a guy who collects penalties. But like you said, that's someone that they paid and sought after that. It feels like it's very much like, oh, he's the guy we're going to give one of the positions to. We're going to figure out center and right guard after. Right. The fans are right that in the snaps that we've seen him play, he did well. But like, are you going to bank your future? And like you said, are you going to bank Church's money on a guy that he's given you, I don't know, 45, 50 snaps right now when what they're saying, a perennial Pro Bowler guard is sitting and staring at you in the face. It's a difficult decision, but I mean, EDC will make the right decision, but center still feels like the need because at least like, I mean, Bullock is a really cool player, and I love his story, but he's a guard convert to center, so he's not even a true center himself, and we haven't seen him play in a regular season game. I'm pretty sure he's only played preseason, so is he going to start 17 games for you this season? Probably not. I don't think Andy Pinter's also giving a team 17 games as well. So I think you need a center that's going to, give you 17 games, and that's just not on the roster right now.
Right. Joe, DMV, thoughts?
I think you guys have said it perfectly. I think the center is definitely the biggest need on the team, but obviously it depends on how the board falls, right? Like if you have I think that the guards that are there are a little bit better talent at that time. And so, if you see a guard there that you like and you want to bring him in, have a camp battle, I say go for it, man. If they feel like Vegas the guy, I'm rocking with him because at the very end of the day, if your quarterback ain't able to get that ball off, then the rest of it literally does not matter. So if you do not have the protection and if 8 goes down, we're in trouble.
We're in another situation like last season where he's missed 5-6 games and you start off 2-5. You know what I mean? And the season's over. All right. Well, man, there you have it. Look, we gone an hour and a half. Obviously the first 45 minutes of the show was dedicated to the new uniform release, something to be excited about. But we do have the draft right around the corner. Next week, at this time, will be the draft, the the day of the draft, the first day, the first night is a week from tonight. So excited, can't wait to see you guys. We'll have a live stream here. Make sure you check out the Draft Nerds mock draft extravaganza on the 21st, Tuesday. But it's a lot to be excited about, as you can hear. You heard from the guys here today. The Raven, a lot is riding on the 14th overall pick. It really is. A lot is riding on that pick. That pick is so important to what's going to happen, not only this year, but in the years to come. And also could have a lot to do with whether Lamar Jackson signs an extension or not. Because the uniforms are cool, but I don't think that's enough to keep him around. Like, I think he's going to want to know that he's protected. He's going to know he got weapons to throw to in the defense that can stop people. And I think the defense is good. I do think the weapons are good. I think they need to continue to add to that group. But the offensive line has literally 3 holes, right? Your entire interior offensive line basically got gutted in one offseason. You already needed 2 guards going into it, free agency. And then your center, your all-pro center is gone. So they got gutted. It is what it is. And now they got to go and earn their money. And I look forward to seeing it. Mike, closing thoughts, DMV, Jordan, JT.
If they had a redraft for Marshall Yonder's draft, I'm sure he probably win before 14.
For sure.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
He damn sure ain't going in the 3rd round. I can tell you that where he went. That ain't happening.
We can't. Hey, look, GMs do not get fired for betting on elite talent. But
Hey,
you wait on people, and then them same people we could have had go do well, and we knew they was gonna do well. That becomes a problem.
I think we all agree if we could do a redraft, Michael Pierce ain't going undrafted either.
Yeah, I mean, 6th round, 5th round, it would have been better than anything. But
right, you would have been drafted.
I
There
wasn't
ain't no
elite
undrafted.
talent like some of these folks. So no, man. Hopefully,
The crazy part is I think that year you beat out a couple guys who got drafted. So yeah. He like, oh dang, my
flows
bad.
how it flows.
My bad.
Just another day in the office.
Another day in the office. Jordan, final thoughts, Jordan.
Final thoughts is center and guard are both needs, so add to both of them. We need to add players. We need to stop ignoring this offensive line. The more you ignore it, the more you end up like last year, the more you end up like the years before. Please invest heavy in the trenches.
So, question to yours before I go to DMV. Would you be comfortable with 2 rookies starting on the inside of your offensive line?
Yeah. I mean, like, what's the other option is a 3rd round pick from last year and John Simpson and Corey Bullock.
No, a rookie center. I mean, I'm saying, would you be more comfortable with 1 rookie starting on the interior as opposed to 2 rookies starting on the interior?
It depends on the rookie.
Okay.
Ultimately.
True. All right. DMV.
All right, closing thoughts. Half of my closing thoughts is going to be an ad, and half of it's going to be my closing thoughts. So I'll start with the closing thoughts first. I think that Ravens fans, it's brand new. Everything is brand new. It's time for a fresh start. And so, to all the people online still talking about last year and the years before that and all these other things, you got to let that stuff go. The past is the past. The future is now. Get excited. Got new jerseys. And starting next week, we are going to have a brand new 1st round draft pick in the room. And then the hashtag ad part, man, I just wanted to say, because I've been kind of like the guy in the background with ideas and stuff like that. But obviously, y'all have been killing it on the show. Man, every single person up here has been pumping out amazing content, man. Every single person out here has been doing a great job with the podcast. So everybody on Twitter, make sure you come over to YouTube, hit a like, hit a sub, hit that notification for when they go live, because I'm telling you, man, this podcast right here, they are really doing it, man. They're giving you film, they're giving you breakdown, they give you perspectives, and we getting some real takes from literally somebody that has been in that room. MP himself. So I'm just saying, man, make sure y'all drop that like, you know what I'm saying, hit that sub. But yeah, man, it's new and it's time to play like a Raven.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The standard, like T Sizzle said, the standard is the standard. JT.
Yeah, like people have been saying, 14 dictates 45, 45 dictates 80, 80 dictates 115 in this next draft. So, whatever they do, like they're gonna have to just be strategic in how they play it out. And I'm excited for whatever direction they want to go with. And I know my GM likes to talk around in circles. Sometimes I wish he was more direct, but I respect him anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the subscribers who've been subscribing to us on YouTube. If you have not yet, go to youtube.com/Blackwing Playbook. Please subscribe and turn your notifications on, so whenever we go live, you don't miss an episode. Until then, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, and friends, the Baltimore Ravens.
Johnny Unitas needs 17 more to break Kittle's record as the all-time passer in the National Football League.
We all know that Lamar Jackson has serious star power. The Ravens have the best record in the league. He has a top selling.
Zappy. Oh, a big foul touchdown. My goodness. Michael Pierce.
The Baltimore Ravens select Lamar Jackson.
Wow. This is the instincts. The God-given gives the awareness to go beat him to the punt.